What is up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today I'm going to be doing a platinum request for Lord Daddy. This is the return of Etrian Odyssey. This is EO3. And the song is called The Port City Bathed in Twilight. We're actually going to be doing a double react. This is going to be this one and then a arranged version from Etrian Odyssey Nexus. Not really sure, but this is how the requester wanted them, so 2 for 1. Once again, this is, I'm not sure if I've done Etrian Odyssey 3, I've done 5. I don't know, it's been a while. Either way, if you guys are fans of Etrian Odyssey, Lord Daddy has you covered. A lot of the requests are from EO. So let's go. And one of my favorite songs on this channel is from EO. Let's go. Very short one. The Port City Bathed in Twilight. By Yuzo Koshiro, by the way. One of my favorite composers. We're already grooving. That's a good sign. Oh, the synth bass. Not regular bass, synth bass. Yuzo Koshiro, man. This song was way too short. Fear not, I have reserve ammo. Etrian Odyssey Nexus, same song. This one's 4 minutes. Let's see how much this one differs or not. Again, the port city bathed in twilight. Turn up the speakers. Oh, the synth bass is still there? You guys know what my favorite instrument is, right? Ooh. Organ doing the same melody. Oh, piano in this one. Unless I missed it in the first one. Oh, way more organ now. Oh my god, dude, Etrian Odyssey is becoming one of my favorites. Amazing breath control. Is this the loop? Kind of reminds me of the band The Midnight. Dude. Etrian Odyssey, holy crap. This part right here reminds me of a song from Skullgirls. I'm gonna have to look it up which one it is. Dude, I love this. The bass is incredible. The groove is amazing. The saxophone, the piano in the back, the organ right here. And they're keeping that melody. Dun, da, da, dun. Da, dun. Listen to that, man. Come on. That is so sexual to me. Saxophone. I believe the sound for this organ effect is called rotary. I could be wrong about that, but I think this sound right here, it sounds like the signal is going in a rotation, right? Like, I think it's called a rotary organ. I could be wrong about that. Oh, the bass drop too. That's the loop right there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Dude. Etrian Odyssey is becoming like the kind of underdog for me. I've heard a couple and each one has been quite unique and impressive. I think the last one I heard might have been Labyrinth, and that one was like, whoa, blues guitar and just total chill vibes. I was like falling asleep during that. And then this was like this hybrid jazz kind of funk, like kind of faster percussion. I don't know, but you know, it kind of reminded me of like a lot of video games, actually. It kind of reminded me of like early Sonic, Skullgirls, what else? There was something else. Oh, Streets of Rage. You know, it's just so flavorful. Dude, Yuzo Koshiro is one of those composers, in my opinion. Oh, how do I put this? They have their own sound, but they don't. And that's a compliment, because a lot of composers, you can kind of maybe pinpoint their style or something. I don't know what's coming up next with Yuzo. Like, dude is diverse, which is my favorite thing in the world, is the diversity of music. You know, albums, whether they're an actual music album or a game, if it can branch and do different things or even change from game to game to game, that's really impressive. Like, their palette is large. Saxophone is my favorite instrument. Bass is one of my favorite instruments. In this case, synth bass, so very late 80s sounding. It just reminded me of a lot of like those, you know, vaporwave kind of sounds. I always think of like late 80s movies as well. Tron type stuff when I hear that type of bass. Another thing I really appreciated in the song was the loop was actually a bass drop, that little boom, and then back into it. You don't really hear that too often, especially in a loop, but I'm glad it happened here. I think it might be the first time on this channel that has a bass drop. Could be wrong. Either way, it doesn't happen often. But yeah, dude, we can't ignore, besides the bass, the saxophone was just, like, it's my favorite instrument right next to the piano. You think it'd be the guitar, but it's not. It's the saxophone, and all of them too, right? And I don't know much about the sax. I just know it comes in like a couple of the ranges, right? Tenor, soprano. You know, they all have different pitches to them. I'm not sure which one this is. I'm not an expert, but either way, dude, like, the saxophone is just always like the coolest instrument. Who does not like the saxophone? It's like so smooth. The way like the breath sounds and the way it looks cool, you know, it's all gold and people are always jamming with it. It's just such a cool instrument, dude. I've always wanted to learn one, and maybe one day. But what I wanted to bring up with the saxophone is that it kind of gives off this vibe of sultry, like nighttime, starry kind of stuff. I don't really think daytime ever when I think of saxophone. And this song is called The Port City Bathed in Twilight. So I was actually kind of imagining like a kind of evening to nighttime, like dock type of setting, like, you know, wood and of course the water and then boats. I don't know about boats, but, you know, very much aquatic, but close to land, I guess. It's like the only thing. I don't know what kind of game this is. I don't know if it's an RPG or anything. I have no clue. And I don't even know what Etrian means. To be totally honest, I'm not even sure what Twilight means. I've heard that word multiple times in my life, but I don't actually know the exact like dictionary definition of Twilight. I would assume, no, yeah, I have no idea. I'm not even gonna try to guess. You guys can tell me. I could Google it, but that's boring. So before I say anything else, let me see if one, I can find any footage of this scene to maybe match my thoughts, and second, I want to think of the Skullgirls song that I was thinking of, because it had a lot of that Skullgirls flavor, which is like kind of like hybrid jazz type stuff, and then the organ, of course, which I mentioned. I'm not too sure, but I think that organ sound that we heard, I'm pretty sure it's called rotary, and I don't know if that's like a specific sound effect the organ makes or a sound effect that you can produce. But it's, you know, basically in some bad explanation, it's just like the signal being rotated around, but I could be totally wrong on that. Actually, I could probably look that up too. But before I do that, let me find what song that was reminding me of, because I'm sure you'll like it if you like this. So give me 1 second. So today I learned, TIL, what Twilight means. The soft glowing light from the sky when the sun is below the horizon, caused by the refraction and scattering of the sun's rays from the atmosphere. Now, I could not find the definition for Etrian. I'm not really sure what that means, or if that's a translation thing. But I did find the song that it was kind of reminding me of from Skullgirls. By the way, I've mentioned Skullgirls multiple times on this channel. The music is in my top 2 of at least fighting game music. The soundtrack is amazing. But the song that in question that it reminded me of was In Rapid Succession. Check that out, you'll see why. And there's also just a lot of everything, I guess. I can't promote that game soundtrack enough. But anyways, as far as these two songs, they were both fantastic. The first one sounded more like arcade style to me, a little more fast-paced, or a little more aggression. But both were just right in the pocket as far as the feeling it was supposed to get off. And yeah, it was another great addition to Yuzo Koshira's library. Can't wait to hear more. This game is wild. I really dig the soundtrack. It's very I don't want to say it's like it has its own sound, but it just has such unique music to it that I feel like wouldn't even normally go in a video game. It just sounds like really impressive note selections and instruments, and you know, it just sounds like really good music, not just VGM, but M. So yeah, very impressive. Thank you, Lord Daddy, for that. If you want to make a request, you could do so on Patreon or PayPal. Either are totally fine, and those are guaranteed ways I will check out your VGM request if you do not mind waiting. If you do not want to wait, there is the Platinum tier on Patreon, which expedites your request to the very top, thus eliminating the wait. I think that tier might be full right now, but just in case, it is a limited tier. A big thank you to Aiden, Justin, Kevin, Moon Knight, Rogue Mock, Solid Bullet 066, Your Average Metalhead, Lord Daddy, Sakai Nuaride, DJ Singletone, and Hieno for being part of that. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone else that you see as Patreon supporters as well, and thanks to you for watching, the Etrian fans, the Auditorium fans, whatever. It's awesome having people to discover these with me and just to tell me more about it. So I couldn't find footage of it, but let me know if I was right or wrong about the setting. Per usual, the comments are always very helpful. So until next time, dudes and dudettes, my name is Jesse. Have a wonderful evening. Take it easy.